The 2025 NFL schedule has officially been released. We've been running through each franchise in the NFL, and today we take a look at America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. You see the star behind me? Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Cowboys fans, we love to hear from you. What do you think about the Cowboys this season? Will they finally get over the hump and win that illustrious Super Bowl that they haven't won since I was born? Hit the like button, helps us out tremendously. We want to hear from you in the comment section. Hit the bell. Let's get right into it and break down the win-loss predictions for the Dallas Cowboys on the Flex. Cowboys, America's team. They get the most primetime games. They have the most probably well-paid roster. They're worth the most of any franchise in professional sports. It's make or break. Jerry Jones isn't getting any younger. Cowboys fans aren't gaining more patience. Will this team ever not only win a Super Bowl, but can they at least get back to a conference championship game to start? Let's take a look. Week one, the opening game of the 2025 season, they faced the reigning defending Super Bowl champions. I've said it once, I'll say it multiple times, I'll say it when I get to them. The Eagles seem like the best team in the NFL. And honestly, it may not even be close. But that Thursday, September 4th game on NBC, I have the Eagles winning. So I have the Cowboys 0-1. They do return back to face the Giants. I think they win that game. They're pretty dominant against the Giants for the most part. I think they continue that. Then they go to Chicago, 425. I have that as a loss. Then they host Green Bay, prime time again on NBC. They win. So I have them at 2-2. Then they go to the Jets in Carolina. I think they win both games. I think they have to if they want to be a playoff team. They can't lay eggs to teams like the Packers, not the Packers, excuse me, the Jets. I think the Panthers will be improved. I'm intrigued to see their schedule when I break it down, but I think the Panthers will be better. You know what? I'm gonna say they lose to Carolina. I'm gonna say they lose to Carolina and they're 3-3. I'm gonna say they're 3-3. I think they beat I think they beat the Commanders. That's 4-3. And then they lose to Denver, 4-4. Sounds like the Cowboys, right? Mediocrity, walking piece of mediocrity, 4-4 through 8 games. Then Arizona, Monday night game, ABC and ESPN, November 3rd. I think they win that game. So is that 5-4 heading into their bye? I think after the bye they go to Vegas. I think they win 6-4. I think they get Philly once, 7-4. Those are two primetime games as well. Then they host the Chiefs on Thanksgiving, 4:30. That's going to be a great game while you're sitting around waiting for dinner to be done. I think they lose to the Chiefs at home, but I think that will be a fun game. One of the more anticipated games of this upcoming season. So again, just for the first half of the season, I have them at what? 3-3 through 6. Well, 4-4. I have them what? 5-4 after going into the bye, 5-4. So 6-4, 7-4, 7-5. They go to Detroit on a Thursday night, December 4th. I think that's a loss, 7-6. And then they have Minnesota and LA at home. Crucial that they win both of those games. I think they win, they get to 9-6. Remember, they did trade for George Pickens. They drafted Tyler Booker, Donovan Ezeraku, Tyler Blue, or Jaden Blue, excuse me, out of Texas, the speedster. They signed Miles Sanders. They had some injuries. Micah Parsons is still there. They get what? Trayvon Diggs back. They get Bland back. I think they are going to be better overall. So I think they win both games against Minnesota and Los Angeles, lose to the Commanders. And that Giants game could be make or break, winning their end type of scenario. That is a flex game, week 18. But like I said, going into the bye, 5-4. Then I have them winning the next two, 7-4, losing to Kansas City and Detroit, 7-6, and then beating Minnesota and Los Angeles, 9-6, losing to the Commanders, 9-7. And then at New York, it might be a must win to make the playoffs. I say they win. I say they get to 10 wins. I say they get 10-7. They get 10-7. They'll sneak into the playoffs, maybe as the last wild card. 10-7 right now. I think they get in. I think 10-7 is realistic now. They could be 9-8. They could be 8-9. They could be 7-10. They could be 11-6 if they play up to their potential. Maybe even 12-5. I like Dak a lot. I think he's very underrated still. I think people give him a lot of slack for whatever reason, not sure why. I think he's an upper tier quarterback. If you want to rank top 15 quarterbacks in the league, I think he's in that upper half. I think they've retooled the offensive line, which is key. The defense will be better, in my opinion, getting another pass rusher opposite Micah Parsons. The corners will be healthy. The secondary still is a little shaky to me, but I think that's where the pass rush comes into play. The linebacker play as well. That's going to be the key. How does the defense hold up? Because I think the offense with Pickens, CD Lamb, like I said, Blue, they got what Ferguson. They have a really good team. Tyler Booker's going to be really good at left guard. I think the offense is going to be maybe top 10 at least. I think Pickens and Lamb is going to be a nice 1-2 combo. Dak, I think, will throw for over 4,000 yards. That's not the problem. The problem is, can they get off the field on defense, stop the run, and get pressure on the quarterback consistently and get off the field on third down? And then I think they got a really good kicker, Brandon Aubrey, probably the best kicker in the league, maybe biggest leg at least. I think they get 10-7. I think they get 10 wins. I do think the Cowboys get 10 wins. I'm not saying that to appeal to the Cowboys fans or sound like a Cowboys apologist. Yeah, they may be an accident waiting to happen. Yeah, they may be a walking piece of mediocrity, but they are a decent team. They have a lot of talent on offense, and I think their offense can potentially at least get them 7 or 8 wins just off the talent alone. And like I said, I don't know how good the coaching is going to be. I'm intrigued to see how it works out with Schottenheimer. I want to see what he brings to the table, but it's not a lot of drama. It's pretty quiet down in Dallas. Dak is healthy. They had a really good draft, one of the best 5 drafts out of any team. I think they got an A+ from me. And they got a lot of impact players that I think will come in and help them on day one. But I'm going 10-7 for the Cowboys. Let me know in the comment section, Cowboys fans, what you think. Is this the year you finally get over the hump and make it back to a Super Bowl and win one? And how does the NFC East shake out? What games you looking forward to? A lot of primetime games, so they won't be hard to find if you're looking to watch them on TV. If you're going to the game, that's a wonderful stadium. Comment down below, hit the bell, hit the subscribe button. I have the Cowboys at 10-7. Sound off and stay tuned for more here on the Flex Zone with more NFL content coming your way right here as we get ready for the NFL season. Less than 4 months away. Let me know what team you're looking forward to next. Cowboys 10-7. I think they sneak in as a wild card in the playoffs.